Eric with Carefree Boat Club. Today, I'm going to be covering our Crownline 220 surf boat and some of its unique and distinguishing features. The name gives it away, doesn't it? This Crownline 220 Surf is designed as a surf boat, and what that means is it is geared and designed for wake surfing. Now, what makes a wake surfing boat different than a traditional ski boat, if you will, is something that you can't see. It is the orientation of the prop underneath the boat, whereas normally the prop faces to the rear of the boat in the water. On a surf boat, the prop is in front of the outdrive. That way, while you're surfing in the wake right behind, if you fall in, you are as protected from the propeller as you could possibly be. So first things first, let's start at the rear. You do have a freshwater wash down here on the back deck. Pulls out, sprayer like you'd have in a kitchen. You have a couple speakers on the back. You've got your swim platform, swim ladder right here. Swim ladder, swim platform. Rear lounge platform here at the rear. There is an additional cushion that can go in this middle section here if you would like to have that as a complete back. Cup holders, you have a second stereo control here on the back that you can control the tunes from the water. Your wakeboard and surfboard storage is right here on the side. This is rotated into its outer position at this point, meaning your boards are going to orient like such. With this little release lever right here, you can take that and swing those to the inside for, say coming into the slip, a little bit more clearance there on those poles. Sound system, great speakers of course. You've got your white light up top. Your bimini top here in its fully outfitted orientation. It's going to be a pretty good amount of sun and some rain cover there as well. Speakers in the back. This is an inboard boat. I will raise this up here to show you two things. One, where the battery switch is. This is the battery switch here. Again, the dock staff's always going to take care of this for you. One important note on this battery switch, it has multiple positions. There's off and there is on, and then this yellow part right here is combined. We operate, and you must operate this boat in the combined switch. Without it in combined, only the engine battery is connected to the alternator, and as you are driving and using the ballast bags, etc., you'll be draining a battery but not charging it. So always have that battery switch in the combined position. Surf boats also have ballast bags. They're designed to inflate with water, so when you're on the water, it really sinks the boat down deep and creates a big wake and simulates those wave and surf situations that you're going to need for wake surfing. These bags are electronic. I'll show you how they work. You can see here there's one on the starboard side and on the port side. There's also one additional large bladder bag that goes all the way from the left to the right. There is a table underneath the center part right here. It slots in to a bracket right here. Plastic table goes on the top of that. Underneath this front cushion right here, there's also another bracket up there that you can have the table in the front if you would desire. With the battery switch switched to the on position, again, to combined, our dash will start lighting up. This is completely electronic on this boat. First off, you got your standard controller, push button release on the bottom side to get out of neutral. As an inboard boat, you do have your blower switch. Always important to run that blower for a minute or two before starting the boat to vacate any potential fuel vapors that may exist. Now you have your main stereo control right here, Bluetooth of course. To note is you do need to energize the power to the stereo by clicking the stereo button. You got your horn of course, your navigation lights, anchor light, manual bilge pump there. The washdown, that's going to be to energize that water pump on the back that we saw there. Dock lights, courtesy lights, there'll be some indoor mood lighting, as you can see. Exterior lights, there's lots of fancy lighting here. Those are around the speakers, as you can see there. And then docking lights will be little headlights that pop up on the front. We don't do boating at nighttime, but still, it can get dusky. That is wonderful to have. Stereo control, USB charger, 12-volt charger as well. Storage compartments down the side. You will find your safety items oriented in multiple places on this boat. This front cushion here can be removed to create seating all the way to the front. These side seats here rotate up from the front, and that is where you'll find items such as our PFDs, anchor locker up front, fenders, line ties, more speakers. There's front seats as you can orient forward. They also have armrests, which is nice. We'll turn the key on here. Get some power coming to our control displays. Now, the ballast bags is one thing that takes a little bit of knowledge to understand how this operates. Now, you can use these two screens independently. You can see here on the left, I can do navigation charts. You can zoom in, control them, fishing charts, 3D charts. You can also do sonar, see exactly what you're seeing underneath the boat. You can do a combination as well, do some navigation and some sonar. Now on the right side here, you have lots of different options as well. My view is your standard fleet of gauges, speedometer, which is GPS driven, your coolant temp, oil pressure, your fuel level, which is 100% at this point, your trim angle. This trim angle can go all the way from -5 up to 40 degrees. Now the quick basics of trim, you will always leave your engine all the way down at the lowest trim, and this is the trim button right here. Always at the lowest setting unless you are going quick and fast across flat water. In that case, as you raise the engine up, it actually raises the nose, makes the boat get higher up on the water, increases your speed, increases your fuel economy. It does make for a little bit quieter of a ride, but it is only for going straight across flat water. If it gets choppy, it's not going to work. If you need to start steering, you need to have the engine in the down position. Shows your depth here. You also have a couple gauges you can scroll through. You can reorient it. You can do different things. You can look specifically at your fuel. You can see your burn rate. Now, one place that you're going to find yourself quite often, and let's see if I can figure out how to get back to it here. It is right here. So if you go to the bottom here, you click on your home button and you go over to Smart Mode, you can scroll over to Water Sport Control. This is where you're going to need to go to control these ballast bags in the back. Now, how these boats can work when the wake surfing orientation is you can set a desired speed and it will maintain that speed. As always, when you are out in the open on this boat, always have this kill switch connected to you, so if you fall off of the boat, the engine will stop and it will not be a runaway situation. You can adjust your trim tabs in the back, but where you're going to spend most of your time here is with these ballast bags. You see I paged over there. Here's your ballast bag that shows everything empty. Now as you scroll here on the left and right side, you can adjust the port bag, the starboard bag, or the large center bag. You can customize left to right based on what wake you want, which kind of roll, to what degree you want that wave to be, etc. Or you can simply hit fill all, and they'll all start filling, as you can hear. Now, you see the levels here, they'll start raising up. We've got these set to a specific time fill. You see the gauge go up there. When it gets to the top, it should show up and your bag should be full. I'll hit stop there, hit drain all, same thing. You'll hear. And while you really can't see it at this point because there's not much water in there, what's happening right now is those bags are draining and will leave you to completely empty. And once it gets all the way to the bottom here, it's going to automatically shut off. Now your bags are empty. Now you're back to normal cruising depth, and you'll need to have those bags drained for normal cruising, high-speed cruising, etc. Inflating those bags is only for wake sports. So pretty straightforward there. I think that pretty much covers everything on the boat. Swivel seats. You got bolsters that can raise up on both sides. Chairs you can spin around. Until next time, Eric with Carefree Boat Club. We'll see you soon.